my further proof that I don't think people know what people want with electric trucks.
Yeah.
The big advantage to the Ford, and I think probably the most practical one, is this guy can power your house.
Huh?
I don't know what's going on with me lately. I've been reading a lot about electric cars. So
last episode we were just like, it's about it for electric cars. We're good.
And then I'm like,
talking about it. And he's back.
So I don't know. Have you looked a lot into like all these new electric cars? I know you were kind of looking at trucks, so specifically in trucks that I was looking at for this. Because I think there's something funny happening in the industry. But before I get to it, I kind of want to run over like the top. I guess there's 4. One's not really real, but there's like 4 kind of contenders, I think, unless I'm missing any. So you've got the Cybertruck, which mixed reports on if that's actually going to be a thing or not.
Right.
Like it's a concept thing that, typical Elon, like it was essentially a fundraising exercise to get a lot of deposits on cars and do that whole thing.
Yep.
So they did that. Interesting concept. However, I don't know if you clicked on this link at all.
I did not.
Okay. So does this look familiar? There was a ton of like in the like 70s and 80s, there was a ton of examples of like, they'd either turn like a really huge car or a truck into some sort of like conversion thing.
Weird. That is like identical.
Isn't that crazy? So there's a lot of examples of something that's very similar with that long swooping roof line coming down.
Well, just whatever that.
This thing here.
Yeah, that's like
in
the
79
same thing. So were those actually production trucks, cars, or were they just kind of concepts? Kind of like the Cybertruck. Right, they haven't sold a Cybertruck yet, right?
Sports hauler. I don't believe so. No, it was only been in concept stuff. I think he drove one around in Vegas or something like that. But yeah, no, nothing's been produced yet, and I think the production date keeps getting pushed off.
Well, and they keep updating it too now because now it doesn't have door handles.
Yep. Yeah.
And there's a few other features I saw.
Yeah.
It's got like bigger wheels. And like different stuff.
Yeah, there's
like
some weird stuff there. So the Cybertruck started there, right? They kind of were the first person to do it. And then I started hearing rumors of this Rivian thing, what is it?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
R1T.
Yep.
So they have 2 versions. They have like an SUV version and a truck version, which seems to be the model everybody's pretty much following for this. But that one's weird because it almost seems like the technical stuff doesn't matter. Like all of these electric trucks are kind of going to go like 300-ish miles. They're going to do that. But then they keep throwing weird stuff at it. So I don't know. Have you looked into this one at all? So they have...
That's the one with the kind of funky front end, right? With the like oval vertical lights sort of.
Yeah. So it has a grill. It has a whole cook surface built in.
Oh, you're talking cooking grill.
Cooking grill.
I'm like, it's a car. It has a grill.
No, so they have this pass-through tub. Their website's really cool for this thing.
It is cool.
So let me see if I can find...
It also looks like they're selling coffee.
Yeah, it totally does. It's got vegan leather though. So
namaste.
Okay, so this thing, the gear tunnel. I don't know if you've seen this.
What?
So behind the truck bed, that's got this long gear tunnel.
Yeah.
So as a replacement for that, you can get this camp kitchen.
No way.
That folds out from it. So coming out from the side of your car, and then legs extend, and then you've got like a whole camp kitchen.
So here's
thing.
the question.
Yeah.
Is that a gas stove? Or is it an electric? It's an electric cooktop.
That's an electric cooktop.
Okay, that makes sense. But I thought that'd be ironic if they had a little propane stove in there.
So it's got like these racks and everything. But this was the first thing that made me think, okay, what's happening here? Because I think the battle. Because right now, let's zoom out real quick. In gasoline trucks and everything, you don't really see people comparing like this sized V8 or this much horsepower or this much whatever fuel economy. They don't really compare those things as much. It's more about the utility, the towing. It's the things that the thing can do for you.
Right.
And it's almost like with what I think is happening is with the electric trucks, they can't tow that long on a charge. I don't think. I can't find actual numbers on you're towing 5,000 pounds. How long is that actually going to go for?
Right.
So they don't know what people want out of these yet. So they keep throwing random stuff at people. So like this one's
that's a good point because they're all kind of a concept still.
Right. So they're like camp kitchen. Like that. I've never seen that in a car before, but let's use this weird tub thing for it. I've seen people put snowboards and stuff in there too.
Yeah.
So because now they have the frunk, they have the whole like the hood opens up and there's not a motor in there anymore. So I guess you can put stuff in. I think one of them that becomes a cooler in their truck. I think the Ford has a cooler in there.
Yep.
But they can all do weird stuff that way. So that was the first one that kind of made me think, okay, wait a minute, what's happening here? Yeah, the front of this thing, just super confused. It's
so weird to just have body panels on the front now because you don't really need the air induction like you would with the gas car.
Yeah, the same like when we were looking at that STI ERA or whatever it is concept. They're trying to play. Even when I watched a whole documentary piece on the Hunatron. on that car as a part of the tribute to the old S1. They wanted the whole front spoiler on there, but they didn't need to with the grill anymore. So they did a wraparound lip that just lets there be airflow from the bottom chin spoiler up through the hood, because it's just all like there's a passageway through there. It's really cool. So they don't need the grill anymore, so they can have more freedom with it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So anyways, that was the first thing with this where I was like, wait, I don't think they know what people want. Like, I think they just think people want that, like, people want to drive a truck, and let's make it electric. And now they have all this extra. Well, the point of a truck was supposed to be super utility and stuff. And if you can't do that all the time, now what do you do? I guess you go camping with it.
It would make more sense for, I know we talked about the electric Jeep or hybrid Jeep back a little while ago. That makes a little more sense to me to have all these features. Like if they had a new Bronco EV or whatever, and it had that tunnel with the camp stove and stuff like that.
So to shift gears now to the Ford, I think the Ford is the best looking truck of all of them. Because I think, granted, it looks like a regular truck.
It looks more like a truck, but just that kind of the point, I guess.
But I think they did the best job of, like, I don't know. I like the wraparound light on the front. Like, I think it looks way better than the Hummer. I think it looks way better than the Cybertruck. Like, I think it's definitely the most generic. It's the most normal truck looking.
It's funny that the denotation, I don't know if that's the right word for it, like for automakers to denote that this is going to be an electric car, they just make it look like a gamer's backdrop. Like, let's just string LED lights everywhere.
Why don't we RGB at all? Let's do it.
Right? And then people will know it's an electric thing.
So funny. That's right, though. Yeah. It is that. It's even on the Hummer, the whole thing. It's like, let's illuminate the logo.
Like,
let's do it.
Just this one, just the whole front and then wraps all the way around.
Yeah, so for those listening, of the trucks, all of them kind of look like big bubbly, except the Cybertruck just doesn't look like anything. It looks like an unrendered square.
Yeah, thing. Right. The pixels didn't develop.
The other two, the Rivian one just kind of looks like a really bubbly truck. Kind of looks like a Bronco that didn't watch its diet. But the F1,
like smoother.
The Lightning, it just looks like a regular F-150, but with a huge light bar across the top of the hood.
And then, of course, like the more aerodynamic wheels. Right. I think Tesla kind of made that like a style thing now.
So my weird thing for this one, so my further proof that I don't think people know what people want with electric trucks. Yeah. The big advantage to the Ford, and I think probably the most practical one, is this guy can power your house.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
So if you get the extended range, it comes standard. You can purchase this. It's a special charging station for your home. But the battery pack, they figured the average consumption in an American household was, I forget some certain power amount per day.
Yeah.
So given that number, I think that the Ford can power your house for up to 3 days on like regular use. So if you have a power outage, it'll just shift. It automatically switches while it's charging the truck. It can automatically switch to powering your house off of your truck until power gets restored. So no more, things in the fridge going bad, no more whatever. There's no interruption to the service that you've got in your house. Because do that. Now, I mean, that's what generators are for. So I don't think you need to go buy a $60,000 truck. You could go buy an $800 generator and do that. But it was just another interesting thing to me on like, I don't think they know what people want with this. Because it's like, okay, this thing's sitting charging at home. I guess that's a cool use. I like that.
It's such a weird random feature.
Isn't it though?
It's like, is there a need for that?
Right.
They apparently saw a need enough that they wanted to advertise it.
Oh, never mind. Not 60, $90,000.
Yeah, $90,000. Starting at $90,000.
And this, to be fair, I picked the highest trim level because that's the one that comes with the extended battery and everything. So I'm sure, I forget what the...
So what does it say for its towing capability? Because it shows towing a camper.
I mean, I think they all say like 10 or 11,000 pounds. That's like the number they keep throwing out there. So they don't say
like for how long though.
Right. To cap it all off, the last one that I looked into, and I think the ugliest of all of them is, have you seen the Hummer?
I saw it way back. I haven't seen it recently.
So it's a thing now. I forgot Hummer was GMC until I was looking into this.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of looks like a Bronco.
That's what my first thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks exactly like a big.
Looks like a thicker Bronco. Yeah.
It's
great indoors.
It's a Brendan Schaub Bronco.
Right.
Yeah.
So they got like a little truck bed, kind of like a H2 sort of thing.
Yep. So they still have the truck of the SUV version.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody's going truck.
They're not
SUV.
bad.
That interior looks nice.
Yeah, I'm curious though when people are going to stop just putting like a flat screen TV in the middle. Like I wonder when they're going to start. I forget who it was. I think the new Wagoneer, the Grand Wagoneer that has all the integrated screens into the trim. Like that looks sharp. I wonder when we're going to start seeing more of that. But
where the whole thing is just screen basically.
Yeah, they've got the Hummer logo is illuminated in the front because you're totally right. Just throw an LED light bar on it, then everybody will know it's electric.
Those wheels are sweet.
Yeah. So modular roof. For those listening, it really just looks like a Bronco, just a little bit bigger. And
it does. They even got the same like pastel-y color tones everybody's going with now.
Yep. So interesting. It's both sit on the same platform.
They definitely kept the theme of Hummer, like as far as being real bulky and not necessarily aesthetically pleasing, but that's Hummer, right? It's just
very like utilitarian kind of a thing.
We've come a long way from the like military H1, like real raw trucks to this with like your TV in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's heated and cooled seats.
Yeah.
I think we're probably a couple years off from seeing any of these electric ones overseas.
Stylistically though, scroll back down.
Yeah.
You guys look this up down to the speaker. They got like the map.
Yeah.
On that. I know like Ford does some cool stuff with that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of that stuff is just kind of
they definitely
cool to see.
All of that aside, like it's a cool looking car. I think this is the battery charging display. Like the headlight will double as the battery charge meter.
That's cool.
Which is kind of neat.
Well, why not? Yeah. It's all just lights anyways.
Yeah, like really cool design cues. Obviously anything designed now is going to look pretty sharp, I think.
Yep.
So it looks good, but I think of them, I don't know. Maybe I'd put the Rivian below this now that I'm looking at this more.
From the front, this definitely looks worse. Like from this 3/4 angle.
Yeah.
From the side, like that doesn't look bad, but from the front, it just looks like.
I would say next to the F-150, this has the most brand recognition because it definitely kind of does look like a Hummer.
Yep.
I've just never been a huge Hummer fan personally, other than like the actual military ones. But
right.
But I don't know. So this is kind of the next thing, but I'm interested to see. This one didn't seem to have any like weird
features.
Yeah, like hey, we built in a drone
package.
Like, nothing like that. It does have an adaptive height thing, which is kind of cool. So it can raise and lower its center of gravity. I think this one had it. That's the one thing that was kind of interesting. It has extract mode on the SUV. So it'll raise it 6 inches in case you need to go over like big obstacles and stuff. So I don't know if that's just it being like, hey, we remember the military, but
yeah, right. Extract.
Oh, that was the weird thing. Okay, never mind. This does have a weird thing. The crab walk. Have you seen the crab walk?
No.
Yeah.
Is it like an all-wheel steering type thing?
I don't know how it works. This is going to show us maybe though.
Yep. What?
So there you go.
Why?
They accelerated fast out of that. So there's your weird feature on this one. This one can crab walk.
Yeah, but why? I mean, unless you're going to go literally side to side directly, not like, because that was like maybe 45 degrees on each wheel, which will get you diagonally, but probably not much more than if you just turn and go that way. I mean, it's obviously there for a reason.
Can you imagine how much that would mess your brain up though? Like now you got to look back and like, where's my truck bed?
Yeah, right. Make sure you're not slamming it. Like parallel parking would make that super easy.
Right.
Especially with all the sensors and everything. You could auto parallel park like that and go straight sideways. But if it's not straight sideways.
If you're used to it, but man.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's
so
weird.
There's the weird feature of that. But
interesting.
Yeah, so there's the electric trucks that I was looking into. But anyway, so
are we off electric stuff now? Can we be done?